Today, we're going to be discussing somebody that I think is the absolute steal of the NFL draft. I cannot believe this guy fell in our laps. His Michigan tape from 2023 was exceptional. In 2024, not so much. Still solid tape, but his turf toe and hamstring injury were lingering. You could clearly tell that he only played in 6 games, but this guy has the talent of a top 15 pick. He was projected to go 5 before the season started, and he fell to the second round. The Cardinals got a gem. Monty Austin-Fort, you absolutely did your thing. And today we're going to be discussing exactly why I think Will Johnson is going to be amazing, and he is going to be an absolute steal for the Cardinals. This is a guy that not only fits our system, fits our scheme, but culturally, he wants to win, he wants to be legendary, and you guys will see that soon. And if you guys are new to the channel and end up enjoying today's video, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals, NFL content. If you're a fan of either of those, it's a perfect channel for you. So hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 9,000. Let's kick this bad boy off. You guys know I have been a super huge advocate of Will Johnson. I wanted to take him in the first round, but that knee, people are saying it's barbecue chicken. That knee is not going to hold on. Apparently, a lot of NFL teams believe that too because he fell to the second round. But if we look at how he played in college, he won the Natty in 2023. It was a crucial part in helping them win a 78.9 grade. In 2022, he played 14 games, graded 88.2. Both ridiculous seasons. The passer rating allowed 66.5, and then in 2023, as you guys see, he might not have graded as well, but that passer rating being a 30.9 is very telling. This guy has a lot to offer. In 2024, only played 6 games like we said, still graded pretty solid, but it's not the same tape as 2023. 22.6 or 22 more, not 0.6 in terms of passer rating. It's still pretty solid, but Will Johnson as a prospect in this system is going to do damage. And after getting drafted here, it's safe to say there is a massive target on every single NFL team going forward. This guy is going to prove everybody, and yes, I mean everybody, exactly why he should have been a first-round pick. He said, after the draft, I'm going to give my all to Arizona, and they're going to get a great player. I promise that. I believe this. If the knee holds up, which we'll talk about right after this guy's going to be an absolute problem. He said, I'm hoping to be a legend in that Cardinals uniform, just like Pat P was, who announced the pick, which is so poetic. It is just prophetic, and he is going to live up to expectations. There's no doubt in my mind. And Patrick Peterson basically passed the torch without passing the torch. One Cardinals legend to a potential another. Let's see how his career unfolds, but this is where things get kind of tricky because I don't know the extent of this. According to a lot of NFL teams, he had a knee injury that is pretty significant because he was supposed to be a lock to go first round. And guess what? Round 2, pick 47 is where he landed. It's crazy because this guy's prospect level is just through the roof. So the fact that he did get flagged for a knee issue, and it shouldn't affect him in the short term is what Albert Breer is saying, but teams were very concerned about his longevity. Is this going to be a Todd Gurley situation? No one knows what's wrong with his knee, or at least nothing has came out. Maybe teams do. Nothing has come out to the public and the general, because I have no clue. I still don't know. I've researched this. I've tried to get my hands on it, and taking him in the second round, I think is a perfectly understandable risk. That is a chance you take every single time of the week. Fell in your lap. Take him. Don't let him fall past 47. Are you kidding me? This guy is Hall of Fame talent once again. That's 2 players in this draft that have Hall of Fame potential in my eyes. And I'm not just throwing that around loosely. That would be very stupid of me because you could just come back and pinpoint that. But this guy's a freaking demon and the tape does not lie. And this is what Will Johnson had to say, and he actually addressed this head on, which I think is pretty interesting. They were saying things about my knee and all that, and I haven't really dealt with it in 2 years. 2 years. I don't know how true that is, but apparently it's not a factor. So that's definitely frustrating, he said, about falling, but it's all good. Johnson said, I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm just happy to be a Cardinal now. I'm sure he's kind of pissed. I'm sure, because Walter Nolan tried to call him, and Jonathan Gannon, he tried to get his number, and Jonathan Gannon said, yo, he's kind of pissed he dropped. Walter Nolan said, I don't care. I got this, coach. Drop the number. I'll make sure all is good. I'm imagining that conversation went very well. I just cannot wait to see these rookies on the field, but hey, it is what it is. The knee injury happened, and his draft stock dropped. Now he's a Cardinal. We got the benefit of whatever this was. And Will Johnson even said, I know I'm healthy. He missed 7 games during 2024, but they weren't because of his knee. It was turf toe. He missed 1 game because of his shoulder and the other 6 to turf toe, as you guys see. The Cardinals obviously were happy with what they saw out of Johnson, though, to draft him. He sounds happy to land in Arizona, too. I just love people wanting to actually be here and play for us. No one's going to bash the team you got drafted by, but there's a lot of people in this draft class that are very excited to be Cardinals, and that is such a positive. Let's freaking go. And looking at Will Johnson overall, there's a lot to love, but there's some cons in his game as well that he has to clean up. But I don't think he could have landed in a better spot than Arizona and Nick Rallis' defense. This is the perfect fit for him to be a boundary corner here. I've been preaching to the choir that this guy is a first-round talent. You guys know that if you guys have been watching my videos. I mocked him to Arizona so many times. I wanted him to fall to 16, and he fell to 47. It's just unreal. Absolutely unreal. And the funny thing is, I actually did a mock draft, and yeah, I took both of them, but I ended up trading to get Walter Nolan at 30. It's crazy how you flip it. Like, we don't have to give up assets, and we land both of these guys. It's mind-boggling. I can't believe it. But let's talk about his pros right here, because if you watch him and you watched him at Michigan, you watch the tape, you go back and you look at how he plays, he's ridiculous. The instincts he has and his pick six ability is crazy. I'm pretty sure he has more pick sixes than touchdowns allowed through his collegiate career. That's unheard of. His fluidity and his movement is also unreal. I don't know why teams let him fall to the second round. Like, that knee injury has to be something serious, or at least a concern is going around the camps, because there's no way if you turn on this tape, you pass on him if that knee injury is not serious. The Cardinals said, screw it. Take a chance on him. That knee injury, if it doesn't pan out, a lot of teams are going to look stupid. A lot of teams are going to look silly, and this is going to be the steal of the freaking draft. Because this man in zone coverage is going to thrive in our system. I said he's an ideal scheme fit. More than ideal. This guy's tracking of the football when his eyes are off the quarterback and he can just do whatever he wants is unreal. This guy is Richard Sherman potential. Just sit back in zone, play a third of the field, and just lock up. Will Johnson and Garrett Williams together are going to feed families. I absolutely love this selection, and those are the pros. Let's go to his cons. What I see is he does need to improve in man coverage, and he does gamble a lot. I'm going to put these two hand in hand because his man coverage, he does have shorter arms, so press coverage isn't in his best of ability. He is a super physical corner. He likes to get active, but he does have shorter arms, so people could be concerned with that because that could affect his press coverage in the NFL. You need to be able to get your hands on the receiver. You got to be able to jam him, and man coverage already isn't his strong suit. So the fact that he did land in a zone-centric scheme like Nick Rallis's is perfect. And then you also have knee issues. Are these legitimate? What is the actual concern here? Obviously, in the second round, you're not taking as big of a gamble as taking him at pick 16, but I think it is worth the risk. I think it's well worth it because I think he is going to pan out, even if he gives you 7-8 years. We'll take that. Honestly, we'll take that. He said he hasn't dealt with it in 2 years. I think it's overblown. Maybe it's not. We'll find out come soon, but it is definitely worth a round 2 pick 47 selection. Also, he's a gambler. Not off the field, but on the field, he likes to take chances. That's why he gets so many pick sixes. I don't think that's a problem. And I think he is going to be able to be grounded. I think you have to take chances. You have to gamble. You got to get those interceptions, get turnover-worthy plays. Keep doing that. Don't change up your game. Also, he is coming off a down year with injuries in turf toe and a hamstring and a shoulder. I don't think this is anything to worry about because he's been relatively healthy through his collegiate career. It's 1 year. I think he's going to be just fine. And it's turf toe. You can't really take that lightly. He's going to be good, but there's a couple cons in his game, but the pros outweigh the negatives. So yeah, we're just going to be chilling. And taking a look at how the board fell, like there's so many guys where Will Johnson should be able to catapult. Like going into the second round, there's not a lot of guys taken above him that I do like more. I like Carson. I like Jaden Higgins. I also like Luther Burden. I think they're decent prospects. Donovan Ezaruku, or I'm not good with names. Hold on. Donovan Ezaruku? I don't know. I don't care. He's not on the Cardinals. Will Johnson, though. There's a couple people over him that they did take where it's arguable. But talent-wise, it's not even close in my eyes. He could have easily been a first-round talent. There's people that should not have even been taken in the first round. I can't believe some of these names flew off. Like Shamar Stewart, I don't believe. If he pans out, you guys can come for me. Also, Maxwell Harrison. I don't think he's a better prospect than Will Johnson at all. Jackson Dart. I mean, the Giants needed a quarterback. They traded up. That was what they were going to do regardless. But there's some talent taken there that I just can't believe it. And Will Johnson, this could be an absolute sleeper. Like, we could be looking at this and just absolutely shocked that he fell. And this could be a conversation that we come back to and we're like, how did all these NFL teams, 46 picks above, not take Will Johnson? This could be stupid on the NFL GM's part. And this knee injury might have benefited us for the long term. I'm excited. I love Will Johnson. You guys know that. And I am so pumped that he is an Arizona Cardinal, and I can't wait to see what he does on that field. Sure, Nick Rallis and Jonathan Gannon feel the same way. I am absolutely pumped. You guys let me know how you guys are feeling about it. Do you think this was the steal of the draft? If not, who was it? Because you could have got Shedeur Sanders in round 5 as well. That could be an absolute steal. I can't believe he fell that far, but he did. And also, on top of that, if you guys are new to the channel and ended up enjoying today's video, like I said, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL-related content. So if you're a fan of either of those, it's the perfect channel for you. Appreciate all you guys for showing so much love through draft week. It has been amazing. And that's all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.